we knew the Forbidden Door is completely
Right.
open.
That was just the intro.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead then.
MJF with the pipe bomb. Tanahashi, Forbidden Door, and Miro finally back. Let's go.
Hey guys, this is Santi Numerel, and you're listening to Wrestling Behind the Curtain. It's the best place to wrestle, right behind the curtain.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled because the boy got the, you know what I mean? But my man Kenzo is here, so you know it's important because you know I can't get him in the morning. You know what I mean? Got other shit you got to do, make money making Kenny. But he here. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all catching this series. Why you should be watching. New episodes coming. We here though. You already know why we here. Let's just make it real quick. Join the Discord. Get new people every day. Shit is pumping. You know what I mean? Look, there you go.
There they go right there.
Always pumping. So they ready. They waiting. Merch. It's in the description box. Go ahead and cop that. I already know what we do. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let's get through it. So I'm gonna let my man Kenny run point today. Boom. Let's go.
All right. So we know Tanahashi coming through the Forbidden Door. Ever since we've been talking about Forbidden Door, we know he was one of the names that's gonna pop through it. But you know, he one of the upper echelon dudes. He don't really like if you catch me on, you know, why you should be watching. He don't even appear on Strong that much. So you know, he don't come this way. He stay in Japan working. I don't even think he even work England, which a lot of people who work, you know, on that side of the world, they do, you know, a little tour over there. I don't think he really leaves Japan like that, but we knew it, you know, it was something that had to happen. So it's about time, you know, with this special pay-per-view coming out. A lot of people saying with the pay-per-view that just passed, we should have had like, you know, some invasions and stuff like that. But you gotta be careful with the streams. You can't be doing too much at the same time. So I think it's the right time to bring him in. Now that you got that pay-per-view out of the way, you got the belt off a page. Let's see what they're gonna make happen.
Yo, so tell the people, because I was getting mad disrespect for Tanahashi when I did, you know, a little community tab on YouTube. If you subscribe, you'll catch all those good things. Women Crush Wednesdays, you know what I mean? It's popping. But today's Throwback Thursday, so you'll catch some of those picks. But anywho, so I put Tanahashi on there. People was throwing mad shade, calling him Funaki, saying, who is this? So, you know, just educate people real quick so we can keep moving who Tanahashi is and why they need to put some respect on his name.
Yeah, I think the thing is, right, so a lot of people, again, that's the problem. Like Kota Ibushi's worked Mexico, he's worked North America, I think he's worked Canada, but yeah, I think he's definitely worked the United States. So somebody like him is a New Japan wrestler, you know, they know. The Jay Lethos, all those guys who, yeah, they worked in Japan, had a, you know, Bullet Club in Japan, they all known, but, you know, they work everywhere. You know, like I said with Tanahashi, he don't really leave. Him and Geto, they real close. So he probably, I think he helps with the booking. There's no real need for him to leave his kingdom, but it's not like he can't work. You know, if you want to go check out a match, go check out some matches. He faced Kenny Omega. I know I mentioned Kenny Omega a lot, but he's one of my favorite wrestlers, and he can work. And if you like something different, he also got comedic wrestling. Motherfucker wrestled the dog. So I'm gonna keep mentioning Kenny Omega. It's not just because we share the same name. It's because he's one of the goats.
And not only because he's my best friend.
Well, not just because you know him and Chancey and Spider-Man.
That's right.
So yeah, I think if you doubt it, you know, who is this guy? Same, what year we in? Like, if you don't know who somebody is, you go on YouTube, catch some clips, or you know, come on here, we'll tell you. You know, if y'all want more details, I could do a video on Tanahashi and what he's about. But you know, if y'all put that in the comments, I might make it happen. So tell y'all the best matches to find all that.
Like my man said, you know, you like Mandy Rose. You know you like it.
Exactly. You know you like Mandy Rose. You ain't got to come in for that.
I like that. You know, that was the NXT 2.0. Why you should be watching? Go check that out. All right, cool. Real quick. Miro, my man's back. You know, I've been calling for him. He came back. I hate it had to be my man, Johnny Elite, but, you know, he had to get smashed.
We had a little bit of an argument on the Discord about all the WWE guys coming in. And let's be clear. Johnny Elite is not like the rest of these guys who came in. This man's coming in here. He had a couple losses already. He's here. I want to say, okay, we can say partially for a paycheck, but Johnny always been about a good time. Let's be honest. His first stint with WWE, his time on Impact, yeah, he's held belts. Yeah, he's always been an entertainer. Look at the stuff with him and the Miz when they first got together. Like, it's not. Yes, they had a couple too many talk shows, but that's a great other problem we can talk about altogether. But he didn't come over for that. So, is he the one who got fed the Miro? That's okay with me. Mostly you asking for Miro back to come take this belt. Because especially with the page run, how it was looking, and Miro was looking great with the other belts. So it's time to give him a run with the main belt, which we again discussed. The belt's supposed to be on the same level. Get to that
another thing. Johnny Elite is perfect, like you said, because all you guys be crying that, all these WWE guys taking spots. So Miro came.
Now when you bring him over, they got to lose.
That's what I'm saying. Miro came in, he took the L. It didn't affect any of the AEW guys. So you guys Can't complain about that. So he came in, did what he had to do. Plus, you like watching Johnny, so it is what it is. So moving past Miro. Before we get to the main thing, you know what I'm saying? Glad y'all here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Stokely, he came in already off a banger.
Oh yeah,
like the promo was already a bang. I was like, damn, he should have been here.
I'm telling you, kid. People keep saying, "Oh, the roster too full," and yes, I understand that. But how long were we watching WWE where everyone who was wrestling, basically, that's all we had. We never said before rosters are too big. Why all of a sudden this is the biggest argument ever? I just don't get it. But he came. If you come in and you prove yourself, maybe it shut people up. And he came in with the fire, so I'm glad for that. And he got here one less complaint.
AEW came with the fire last night. I don't know what happened. Yeah. I don't know because the execs were in the building, but they came with.
I think reports are showing. I haven't seen too much. I try to stay off Twitter sometimes. It's not always too great for your mental health. But I think overall they might have been disappointed with the pay-per-view. I think they thought it was going to be because Double or Nothing is supposed to be that big.
The pay-per-view wasn't that great.
It wasn't, but I think they expected more. I think me and you, we talked about it. Like when we saw the card building, but yeah, it's a healthy card, but it's not the best storytelling they've told. You got a lot of. We had a lot of matches that could have went either way. Obviously, one would have been more satisfying, and they went the way that wasn't. Except, again, Paige, we know he had to lose the belt. A lot of people complain about CM Punk having the belt. Again, we could do a whole another video on that. So they were disappointed with the pay-per-view, so they had to come with some heat. And I think AEW, I'm not the one who just said it, but they're starting to have a slight WWE problem. The difference is WWE doesn't have to sell pay-per-views. You got Peacock already, or you won't stream it one way or the other. That's only two things. Ain't nobody getting Peacock to watch WWE. That's just not a thing. I'm sorry to tell you. It's just because they lost money in that first quarter when they were together. That's just not the thing they're doing. Will they make money over time? Yeah, but again, they have a WWE tab on Peacock. You don't care. AEW does have to sell pay-per-views. It's 50 a pop, or you can buy the DVD later, or you buy a fight for up to 3 days after, all that stuff. They do have to sell pay-per-views. Pay-per-views are not as good as some of the big TV shows, which again is a problem if you sell them pay-per-views, if that's one of the way you get. Yeah, you got merch, all that stuff. But if I could only watch TV, or those special events, the Fighter Fest and all those, which are kind of like pay-per-views, but they're still on TV and they're for free, then they might have a problem selling pay-per-views because they've had a couple misses, whether it be the whole pay-per-view, the whole card, or like the death match, which the explosion went wrong. All like those things, they accumulate. People hold grudges for whatever reason, which is just what we do as wrestling fans. Wrestling fans are toxic. Get that shirt. I got it. Y'all already know. So it's like they might have to fix that problem soon, and you can't just fix it by having banger TV, because we already know you have banger TV, and you can't. And again, you can't have banger TV all the time. And if you do have banger TV all the time, you will not have good pay-per-views. Like up until the last Hell in a Cell, not the one coming up, we had how many times we seen Sasha and Bailey face each other before we got in it? And then the Hell in a Cell match in the pay-per-view, it was still pretty good, but we just seen so many people in a cage like 2 weeks before. Like that's a problem. Y'all got to know this when y'all booking. So I think that's why AEW was so fire last night, because pay-per-view was lackluster and they had to make up for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the main so I get you out of here. But that Daniel Garcia and John
Moxley, young guy. They got some young guys on this roster. They ain't ignoring them.
That shit was crazy.
Them, but they there.
But real quick, I'm gonna give Tony a little leeway. I know he's feeling himself, because you can't be doing what you're doing and not feel yourself. So I know he got a little bit feeling himself, but I did watch the interview that he did. I forgot where it was, so no disrespect to y'all. But he was talking about this has been a couple busy months. Like, he says we do forget he has a football team. So he said, he had to do the pre-draft and get everything ready, get all that shit going. Got the football league, so I know he was into that. Plus, he just acquired ROH, so he had a full plate. So maybe they did kind of drop the ball on the storytelling, and because he is the main booker and the pay-per-view. But I think they made up for it last night, because they came in hot, as the song says. They came in hot. But let's get to where we got to get, so my man's can be. I mean, I'm gonna say it's a work, obviously. That's just what I'm gonna say. And then there's a picture that I'll put up in a second, where there is footage of CM Punk coming after MJF after the commercial cut. So that would probably indicate that it is work, or why would that happen? You know what I mean? Unless CM Punk was actually concerned and was like, my man was wrong. Like, so, but I doubt it. I think it was work. But that being said, work or not work, that shit was fire. Like it, to me, it blew out the water, CM Punk's pipe bomb. So I'll let you start it, and then I'll just come in. But that shit was crazy.
Well, let's start with we've been asking for a pipe bomb since the last pipe bomb, basically. Partially because people want to see CM Punk bad so bad, but it was just such a great, work on the mic. We got CM Punk, we've had The Rock, we've had Cena, we've had other guys talk the mic, and there's just certain promos they got that's better than others we already know. But this, we know MJF got heat, but this one, again, I'm always gonna say it's a work, but we did briefly talk about before when
he was definitely shooting though.
Yeah, of course. Again, when we talk about wrestling, you got to use some truth to get where you're going. But when we talk about these things, like the bidding war for MJF, we talk about how that could be a real thing. That like he could definitely. I mean, yes, we have the problem with not people not doing their own promos, but Roman does. So I mean, if they really wanted to, they could give it to MJF. And reports are coming out again about MJF has gotten one raise since he's been on AEW. So it's not like he's making, chump change, but he's not making as much money as some of the new guys coming in because they're coming in at a higher wage because, that's just how business works. When new employees come in, that's just how people do things.
He's basically on a rookie contract. That's what happens.
Yeah. He's basically on his second contract, kind of, basically. So like if you're using football, that rookie deal nice, but that next deal is really, but that's not the one. It's the third one, the one right before your prime. That's the one you really get it. And again, the wrestling's a little different because, you got a longer career for the most part, if you good.
Rumors do report that he's trying to play the fence. He wants to raise, but he don't want to sign yet because he's waiting to see what WWE offers. So,
look how good Cody doing on WWE. You think MJF can't do as good?
Remember I said that. I said Cody might have opened the door for WWE.
Yeah, he might have started a renaissance. We might have people going to other WWE. We've talked about certain people like who we always say go over there. Brian Cage. We've always said he got a WWE size, all that stuff, and he don't really need to work the mic himself. But now we can really talk about. Maybe we should do video. Who should really go over there now? I mean, because again, we keep talking about how big the roster is. Hey, maybe that's one way to shrink it. Send some of them guys. I mean, again, we talk about how AEW doesn't fire people; they just let their contracts expire. But either way, I mean, I don't want you to be sitting around too long for doing nothing. Hey, if that's the case, hey, send them over then. Forget it. But back to the promo. We know what MJF could do. So this is not surprising, but it's still such quality. Partially because of the work element of it, but my dog, MJF, man. Give him the bag, AEW. Don't let him go. He one of the 4 pillars. Don't let him go. The narrative gonna switch. I'm sorry, give him the bag. I don't care how much.
I might have to give up the whole company for MJF.
Bro, he's going to be your best heel for the next 10 years. If
he's young. The promo was fire. Like he put it all out there. Like I said, I didn't think anybody was gonna be better than CM Punk's Pipebomb. Even though I know MJF had potential, that shit was crazy. Like it gave us everything we wanted. Like I said, he's young. You guys have said it before. He can wrestle. So it's not like he's just a mic worker. Like he can pretty much do it all. So you need to go ahead and make sure he's the franchise player for life.
And if you look at the 4 pillars, he's the only one who doesn't do all the crazy, well, maybe not crazy, yeah, but like some of the stunts, all the spot fest. He's out of the 4 pillars, as we call it, MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. He's the only one. He ain't getting on that top rope. He not.
He didn't say it though. He said, "I ain't gotta do all that shit to get you there."
He a technical wrestler. Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Like technical wrestler, he getting there. Was a shoot. Like he put it all out there. He said, "None of y'all can fucking touch me."
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he do feel a lot of that. Like that's again, people say if you watch any of his interviews with anybody, whether it be Walk Culture, Future, when he come out here eventually, he don't come out of character. He's MJF. That like if you go on Twitter, both of his parents on Twitter talking about it's not the son we raised. They do this like they've been doing this basically forever. So. My man is dedicated to the craft. Don't let this man go. That's all. I mean, again, we can talk about how I want WWE to improve. I want all my wrestling to be good. Again, y'all see from why you watching. I watch a lot of wrestling. I don't care. I don't have like no loyalty to a company. I'm watching wrestling because I like wrestling. If WWE improved, that'd be great. But AEW, that's a big fumble of the bag if they let MJF go. There's no other way to put that.
That's a big ball drop if they let him go. Like I said it before, do you do that for somebody? But after yesterday, yeah, you do that for somebody.
Yeah.
Like if there was any doubt, like us, or at least like me, that he just said, "Yo, I just set you up. Like you need to pay me," and he showed it. But we're gonna end it there. But like you did say, we definitely need to do a video. Who should go over there? Because I did want to talk about this, but apologies. Been having a toothache for like the last 3 days. Didn't want to film, but Bray Wyatt did do a little tease.
Oh yeah.
With the depleted roster of WWE, I do feel like he could go back to WWE.
Ah man, it's not like there's no spot for him. We're not gonna say that. It's Bray Wyatt. This is WWE, all this stuff. But it's like there's so many things I feel like they could fix tag team division, women's division. That they shouldn't have let Bray go. So now it's not the time to bring him back. So it's like it is. I don't know. But we also saw that joke that I sent you on Twitter. Because what you call it? Wardlow was dressed how he dresses in the Kenny Rogers persona, as they call it. So it's like, hey, Bray Wyatt coming to AEW as Wardlow's long lost. That'd be hilarious. But again, I thought Bray was done, honestly. But these last couple of days, maybe not. He said, "Be patient." I mean, I ain't in no rush. Let's see what happens.
I think a little bit is trolling, but I think he does still have the love.
I mean, maybe talking about a TV show or something. We don't know. He just saying be patient.
And his brother did say that he wants to come back too, so I think they'll be back at some point. Is it right now? I think maybe it's just to keep it.
Didn't their dad do an interview about something? I forgot.
Yeah, I put it on the channel. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were doing an interview in the UK or some shit. But he said that he's not done with wrestling. Like he will be back at some point. And I think Bo is amazing. Like people shit on this NXT run. And he basically said, when I got called to the main roster, they just took my character away and I couldn't do anything. So
think about wrestling. When you say you're coming back, that could mean anything. Curtis Axel was on Raw the other night, and people didn't even realize. I'm like, wait, is that what the fuck? But yeah, so.
But like I said, my man got to go. I'm gonna let him go. But it's important. Kenny was here. That Pipebomb was crazy. Put in the comments what y'all thought about it. Is it the best ever? Did you not like it? Was it fire? Can anybody touch MJF at this point? Should they go to WWE? Put it all in the comments. We're gonna read it. We're gonna respond. So like, share, subscribe, get the merch, join the Discord. We here. We're always gonna be here. We ain't going, but most importantly, be yourself.